Hi, David Boswell with Ross Tree Company, General Manager, and I'm here to talk to you today about fall pruning, winter pruning, and tree disease prevention. Fall pruning is very important here in Colorado because it helps set the tree up to prevent mechanical failure in the springtime with our heavy wet snows. Getting your trees pruned now can help the tree actually recover, heal easier over the course of the winter, and prepare that tree for the spring snowstorms that we commonly get here in Colorado. Another good reason for me to come take a look at your trees for pruning is if you have fruit trees, crab apples, apples, pear trees, and other trees of that nature that need to be pruned in the wintertime, specifically January and February timeframe, to help prevent the spread of disease such as fire blight. As we move into the fall, plants such as trees are actually translocating their nutrients from the canopy to the root system. It is really important to be feeding your trees and also watering your trees, especially since Colorado is notorious for having dry, arid winters. So we have an old foe that has returned to Denver, and it's called Dutch elm disease. This disease hasn't been around for about 15 years. At one time, it almost decimated the canopy here in Denver. But luckily, because of our climate, and after they decimated the portion of the canopy, those beetles had disappeared. Dutch elm disease is a fungus that's vectored by a beetle. That fungus gets into the vascular system of the tree, starting at the top of the tree, shuts down the vascular system, and oftentimes manifests as flagging in the canopy, yellowing of the leaves, and it almost looks like drought stress. Dutch elm disease is a preventable disease, but you must be proactive with it, just like emerald ash borer. Getting out and get a proactive treatment in those American elms is key to keeping that tree healthy and viable for years to come. Losing a tree like that can be devastating for a property, especially if it's a marquee tree out in the front or even in the backyard providing your home with shade. Call us today so I can come out, assess the health of the tree, measure the tree, and get you on the schedule for the first available slot for treatment for Dutch elm disease. Another big fungal disease that I'm seeing in Denver is thyronectary canker, which commonly attacks locust trees. The last few years here in Denver, we've had drought, which has damaged the root system to a lot of locust trees around the metro area, making them susceptible to secondary stressors such as thyronectary canker, which is a fungus. It also shuts down the vascular system similar to Dutch elm disease, but it can be vectored into the tree many different ways. This year we had a really wet spring. That extra water was great for the locust trees in helping them recover from all the drought stress, but at the same time pushed that fungus and made it a lot worse. When we had all those consistent days of rain, those fungal spores opened up, and with that rain, it caused those spores to leave and go from tree to tree. I am seeing a lot of thyronectary canker in locust trees. Unfortunately, there's no direct treatment for thyronectary canker, but there is one important thing that you can do, is get signed up for winter pruning for your locust trees to keep that from spreading throughout the canopy of the tree and to the trunk, and then also to get your deep root feeds and deep root waterings on the schedule so we can actually strengthen the vascular system of the tree, get it healthy, and allow that tree to compartmentalize that disease to also keep it from spreading throughout the tree. So now, as we move deeper into fall and start to transition over to winter, it's a great time for me to get out, take a look at your property, assess your tree's overall health, make recommendations of what can be done to help those trees and plants recover from the long summer that we've had and transition over to next spring, and to make your landscape look phenomenal and beautiful. And always remember, it's a great time for me to look at trees in the wintertime because I can see defects and decay a lot easier in the canopy. So give Ross Tree Company a call today.